Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Stephen the Jupiterian, and here I am going to talk to you about the sun's movement into the sign of Gemini. So, and this will happen on May 20th at 3:47 p.m. on the West Coast, 5 or no, 6:47 p.m. on the East Coast. That would be New York, that would be Maine to Florida, East Coast time. Yep. At 6:47 p.m. on the East Coast from the East Coast of Washington State, Oregon, California. That would be the West Coast. Yep. So here's the West Coast, 3:47 p.m. This is where the sun starts at zero. Well, not really. Around three, and around then, this is 9 minutes past. So it's around this time. Let's move this back an hour. Another hour. So I'm incorrect. All right. Which is good because here we go. 29 degrees and 59 minutes of Taurus. Move it a minute, at least a minute, about a minute. Then we can move back in seconds. And 11:54 and 39 seconds. So, yeah. Okay, so it's at 11 a.m. on May 20th. Two around around 2:54. 11:54, add 3 hours. I'm having trouble with math today. So 3 hours ahead, 11:54 would be 2:54, I think. So yeah. All righty. So we have Leo rising on the west coast when the sun enters Gemini. The moon will be in Pisces, making a square to the sun. Saturn's at 29 degrees and 39 minutes when this occurs. So, Geminis, this is your season. Actually, and Gemini, well, the end of Taurus and the entire season of Gemini, I'm having a tarot and astrology reading sale. All my tarot readings for a half hour will be $25. And for a 2 hour astrology reading with me, the rate goes for $230. So, yes, we are in Gemini season where we will be feeling more flexible, extroverted, communicative, um, mutable, which is very changeable, adaptable, very curious, lively conversation, feeling more charming and loquacious, maybe a little bit scattered at times, and inconsistent. Um, Persuasive, sarcastic, able to see both sides of a conflict, easily bored, opportunistic, intellectual, and very popular. Yep. So that's really interesting. And depending on if it's, and with this chart, it's in the 11th house that I just showed you of friends, hopes, dreams, and wishes, wish fulfillment, great gains, financial luck and or windfalls, friends as allies, benefactors, groups, and actually friends, yes. If it's in your 10th, the sun in your 10th, oh, well, let's go, um, let me show this chart again. Oh, where'd it go? Okay, hold on. Dang it. All right. Boy. Hold on. I need to share this chart again, and then we will make this full screen so you can see this whole chart. Okay. So if you're Leo rising, it's in your 11th house. Let's go. If you're Virgo rising, it's in your 10th house, as I said. The 10th house is all about your reputation, your career, social status, father figures, authority, fame, honors, and the government could possibly be. And then we will show you. We go ahead and move this to Libra. Well, if you're Libra rising, the sun enters your 9th house of beliefs, religion, spirituality, um, spiritual gurus, the court system, foreign lands and foreigners, travel, pilgrimages, publications, book publishing, universities, higher learning, and luck, colleges and luck. So you can go back to school if you want to. Um, Libra, it's a good time to start studying something new and possibly, wait a minute, hold on. Let's see. Let's move this to Scorpio. If you're a Scorpio rising, this will be in your 8th house of death, taxes, secrets, research. It's the house of sex, inheritance, other people's money, transformation. So, this is about metaphysics, psychic ability, occult mysteries. Also, um, Um, the eighth house also has a psychological slant to it. Sexual intimacy, transformation, and rebirth, bank loans, spousal money, investments, and inheritances, as I said before. And let's move this ahead to Sagittarius. Well, Sagittarius, the sun is entering your seventh house of marriage, partnership, business partners, legal matters, contracts of all kinds and agreements. Maybe contract or agreement with a business partner. It's also the house of divorce. The mar you, the and it's the house of open enemies also. Um, the house of audience to the marketplace. So if you can be your audience and your marketplace is here as well in your seventh house, Sagittarius rising. Capricorn, this is happening in your sixth house of lawsuits, illness, acute illness, routines, jobs, work, hard employees, uh, bringing, giving, sending, well, actually, it's a house of hard work, um, suffering, debts, other people's money, right? Well, actually, no. This is debts, karmic and real, accidents and lawsuits. Reflects that. This house reflects what we owe in this life in order to receive the rewards of the house. So, yes, of good spirit, which is the 11th house. So, yes, it starts from the 6th to it's also could have something to do with your workplace environment. If you are a Capricorn rising, let's move on to Aquarius, where the sun will be in your fifth house of creativity, children, luck, romantic love, sexuality, procreation, arts and performance, sports, entertainment, and the spark of joy. So, this is pretty interesting. Uh, Also, it is the house of good fortune, and you can, well, with the sun here in your fifth house, could often activate speculative risks that lead to rewards, such as lottery tickets, gambling, and games of chance. It is the sun's natural house. So the sun here, it can indicate leadership, politics, and politicians. The sun is in a favorable house for you, Aquarius. So let's get you'll be seen in a very good standing here with the sun in your fifth house. All right, moving along to Pisces. The sun is in your fourth house of your home. mother, roots, your ancestors, heredity. It's a house of safety, a sanctuary, property, real estate, emotions of the heart. So this is going to put a light on things about having to do with things that are personal to you. It's a very personal house. Um, and your domestic life and your experience of your parents. So this could bring up things from your past with your parents or your own family origin. All right, let's move on to Aries. Well, the sun is in your third house of siblings, neighborhood, early education from to high school, writing. This is a house of hobbies, merchandising, marketing, selling, social media platforms, communication, learning, short distance travel, communicating, and working with your hands. The sun here could bring about a light something with light pathway for you to do something in communications or teaching. So that's what I got for you, Aries. Taurus, well, the sun is going through into your second house of money, your earnings, resources, possessions, savings, your voice. Um, Actually, you'll be speaking much more clearer. Maybe more. You'll be seen speaking in a tone that's people will notice that you're saying things that are witty, and it's the house of possessions, resources, and that feed you and support you. Alrighty. Actually, then let's move on to Gemini. This is in your first house. The sun is in your first house. When it's in Gemini, this is all about your body, your temperament, your character, how you appear to others, your personality, your health, and pretty much this is the house of dignity. You'll be seen more dignified by strength of simply being in the you. So, Gemini, this is a time for you to shine, Gemini. Now, Cancer. This is going into your 12th house of your self-undoing, separation, dreams at night, spiritual focus. This could also be a dealing with business trade, overseas trading with foreign from foreign lands, a spiritual retreat. Maybe it's a time for a spiritual retreat for you, Cancer. Time to retreat and go inwards to to look at the things that are your inner life, your past lives, although it could be the spiritual liberation for you, Cancer rising. And then we go back, and then we go back to Leo, where we started, where the sun was in your 11th house. So that's the sun in your all 12, for all 12 signs, where the spotlight will be on a certain particular or a particular part of your life and the topics that each house have in store for you. So, I'm Stephen the Jupiterian with this, and don't forget, I'm having a final season of Taurus sale and Gemini season sale, where all my tarot readings for 30 minutes are $25 and a 2-hour astrology reading with me for $230. And we can go over everything that in your birth chart, and we can look at things that you're interested in the future. We can even look at things that happened in the past and see patterns for what's coming up for you soon. All right. Well, I'm Stephen the Jupiterian. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. Post a comment below. And yeah, actually, I'm open for readings and take advantage of this $25 sale tarot reading for a half an hour with me via Zoom. Um, you can uh, get in touch with me. My email is in you can find my email in somewhere down below. And that's all. Thank you for watching. I'm Stephen Jutrian.